I think this kind of exemplifies the fact that the F-111F is a good F-111. It climbs well. It, for what it is, as big and heavy an aircraft as it is, it drops its bombs accurately, and the better missiles, it can defend itself well. I think in air realistic, the most optimum loadout for this plane is going to be either 12 or 24 500 pounders and 2 or 4 AIM-9Ls. It's a good plane. It's got a cockpit already. And as long as you're not trying to use it as a fighter and using it as a bomber, you will do well with this aircraft. The big thing is staying out of reach of the enemy. That's going to be hard. Straight line, this thing doesn't have many that can chase it. But it takes a long time to get up to top speed in a straight line because of the weight of this aircraft. It's a heavy baby. Now, I'm flying with a full tank. You may be flying with less. Test it in test flight to figure out how it's going to use gas and how long you can stay in the air with how much gas. Because the afterburners on this thing are thirsty. And that's pretty much what I would recommend for any plane that happens to be in the upper echelons of the game. If it's got an afterburner, you want as much gas as you're going to need, and you need to practice to figure out how much and how long you can stay in the match with the amount of gas you're taking. Now, for those of you that are purists, it's fuel. But just be advised that this plane carries a lot of internal fuel. And hang on a second, we'll go to secondary weapons. And yes, you can take external drop tanks. I have no idea how much that gives it. Hang on just a second. We'll select that. Unmark. Selected. Okay, we got 4 tanks. Go back. Test flight. Says an hour and 54 minutes. Hour and 54 minutes plus another 28 and 34 seconds. Holy smoke test. That's a lot of gas. That's way more than you're ever going to really use. Even in afterburner. So, the F-111F, great plane. Use it to the best of your ability as a bomber. Take at least 2 sidewinders for self-defense. You don't need anything else. The gun, Yeah, it's fine if you're going in low and you're on strafe targets. As far as using it in air-to-air, that's a tough one. You got 2,000 rounds. So you got enough to be able to shoot a lot. But it's an F-111. It doesn't maneuver well and it loses speed massively in a turn. So, that's about all I got on the F-111F. Subdued. Oh!